and welcome to Season 6 of Business Mentorship, Keeping It Real, introducing corporate leaders who have taken the leap to business owner and participate with their great idea in our guest blog, found on shareyourstories.online. Our guest joins us from Dushanbe, Tajikistan. Parvina Mirakhmedova is a medical scientist who is a doctor of medicine with one of many degrees in ophthalmology, who is a member of the World Medical Association and the winner of the 2025 Duchess of York Heart Award. Let's find out how Parvina's career in medicine turned into a focus on ophthalmology with early detection and preserving vision for humankind. It is my pleasure to welcome and introduce everyone to Parvina. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hello, Trish. It's my pleasure to hear so beautiful, amazing words from you. And of course, it seems to me that I won a lot of many more awards and maybe prizes in the future.
Yeah, you have.
Maybe it happened, and if God wants, maybe we meet this year in Canada.
You never know.
I have a very fantastic plan. I want to move. I want to relocate. And if everything happens and if everything will be done great, it seems to me that we will meet in maybe Vancouver.
Well, it sounds amazing. Yeah, it sounds amazing. So why don't we start by getting you to explain to our viewing and listening audience why you decided to become a scientist?
It's a very tough question, you know. I think a lot about this. And if I look back, I see many reasons for this. But the main one is a commitment to serving people. First of all, I'm a physician. And in my view, physician is a person who uses their specific medical knowledge for patients' health and well-being, for improving their health and well-being. But you know that medical doctors, if they want to use to make a best medical decision and to use the best medical practice for patients, they have to be updated. Every day, stay updated. And science can help in this. Science, this is the really bond that can help doctors to stay updated. That's why I want to be this connection between physician and patient. That's why it seems to me that I have a great knowledge maybe, and I can contribute well to this field. That's why I decided to be a scientist, and it seems to me that further we will discuss to which point I reached in this direction.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, your work must be very amazing because, I mean, you're working on early detection for diseases and signs and symptoms for vision. So tell us a little bit about why ophthalmology? Because, I mean, you've got so many degrees. I'm sure as a research scientist, you could have gone in very many directions. So why vision?
Interesting question, but maybe your audience doesn't know that the eye is a part of brain. So yes, the specific part of brain which is outside, not inside in our scalp, but outside. It was so amazing for me. Then I was a medical student. Then we have a major in ophthalmology. I said that is what I want to study more deeper, more and dive to it. Until now, it's past about maybe 15 years, but I'm still in love with ophthalmology. Yeah, that's why. And I know that the vision, maybe you know, maybe not, but 90% of information we got with vision. We accept information, 90%, 90. Another 10 is by hearing, by maybe olfactory receptors like this, by smelling, but 90% is by vision. That's why my major in ophthalmology, and I like my major. And till now, in the future, if I will have opportunity, I will continue.
That sounds fantastic. I mean, you know, it must be, you did mention a little bit earlier that, you know, staying updated is a really important part of being a doctor. So have you had an opportunity to study outside of your country in terms of connecting with other physicians and learning things that they may be sharing?
I have got gifts. I have my mentors, they were from United States and they are still in Tajikistan. Maybe this is a main reason why I'm still talking to you and I can speak English. It was really some blessing, God blessing, that I met this Dr. Kevin Kunerfeld and Dr. Brian Zerbeli. They're from United States and they are still here in Tajikistan. They are helping Tajik people and Tajik doctors to improve their knowledge, to stay updated. Firstly, I help them to translate from English to Tajik and to Russian, some medical things, terminology, and what's so amazing for me to understand the Western medicine. Of course, here we haven't Eastern, or maybe non-traditional, that is not, but country where I'm living now, it's not so, not on the top of the world to say that we have a very great medicine. And then I saw how it could be. And then I understand there's power of science, power of clinical trials, studies. It opens a lot of doors for me.
Yeah.
That's why I say that I want to relocate and I want to improve all my skills, to improve my knowledge and to become maybe like some bright person for someone here, you know?
Right. Now, you've mentioned that you're very close with your mom.
Yes.
And so is your mother been an inspiration for you? Because, you know, we all have relationships with our parents, right? And I think that sometimes it's, you know, either our moms or our dads kind of push us to pursue certain interests. So which one of your parents was the one who sort of gave you the encouragement to pursue your studies as a scientist?
You know, here in Tajikistan, we say that father and mother are the wings of person. One wing is mom, one wing is father. That's why I cannot say that mom or maybe dad. No, they are both.
Both.
My mom is my love, is my kind heart. But my father, he dead, but he had the cancer. But he's still in my brain, in my imagination. He's always with me, and he's like an example for me.
Yeah.
He's an example for me for resilience, for everything, because he had cancer, but till the end, he encouraged me to do everything that I want, to learn a lot, to say, if you see that something happened that, in the way that you don't want, you can change it. Don't stay in this way. Keep going, like move forward. That's why both of them are my wings.
Oh, that's a really wonderful analogy. I love that. Now, you and I met at the Women Changing the World conference in London, England. As a matter of fact, we sat side by side at the dinner. And if you had to share 3 things about attending that event that you feel are going to be important to you now and in the future, what would they be?
Notice all your questions are very hard and all are deep, and all they want to show my feelings and show who I am. That's why I said, okay, I'll show it. First of all, it was my mom's advice. Then I was in my in a hotel, and I thought, how it will going? It's a Hyatt region hotel. Of course, I was here, but it's some foreigners from it, all are strangers. And my mom said, yourself, no matter where you are, you're charismatic people. It's only London. That's okay. And can you imagine? You are in London, United Kingdom. It's very difficult to. It was a challenge to get a visa.
Right.
But I had it, thanks to that, and. You're surrounded with amazing women who are in a beautiful dresses and all are so special. And you're from a small rock mountain in Central Asia. It seems to me everyone felt nervous in this moment, but my mom's advice worked. That's why I want to say that be yourself, no matter where you are. Be
Right.
yourself. Second thing that it will help me in future is networking is a real power. Till now, I understand this Women Changing the World conference connected me with the people from Canada, Australia, Zimbabwe, and other different countries. And I am so encouraged how truly deep reach of this networking. It's really works. And of course, you always say that one story and at a time, and we can spread, yes, and share. It's amazing, and I'm so glad that I'm also here and I can share my story maybe and share my feelings about this event. And maybe not last, but the main thing is if women, when women support, everything is possible.
Yes,
The
that's
core
so
idea
true.
is the core idea of women changing the world, and I'm truly delivering it. And I really saw it there, and I see it now. We can say that 4 months passed, but I still see this in my life. That's why I can say that when women support, everything is possible. This is my three.
You got some really great press when you went back home. You had some great articles written about you, and that your community got behind you and supported you for the awards. Why don't you tell our viewing and listening audience how did you make that happen? Did you send out a press release? Did you have a friend who spoke on your behalf? How did you let the people in your community know that you had won these awards?
Social media helps. Social media, yes. It's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all these social media, because I'm an extrovert person. I have lots of friends and I share with my, I think it was success. And all my friends share it. And of course, some of my neighbors saw me in the elevator and said, we never thought that you were in London and have such big prize. I said, yes, I was so humble. That's why social media works great, I can say.
Yeah, because, it does help to spread the word, right? Like it does help to increase your profile for sure. So, one of the things we talk about in this network is mentorship. And, we get together quarterly and we do networking events because we try to support one another. About your comment about women supporting women. So do you think there's any young girls in your community that have you ever had a chance to speak in like a school to talk about your work and what you do so that you can inspire the next generation?
It seems to me possible, but maybe not very young person, but it's like medical students in the ophthalmology department, because I have a good relation with the head of department, and they respect me, and of course it was a huge it was a huge prize to them also, that this award that I got. That's why they were inspired, and if I want, if I have time, I can come and inspire.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yes. Now, one of the things that we do in our guest blog is we share 3 words of advice. And so I want you to share with our viewing and listening audience why the words that you chose are important to you. And they are: stay resilient, keep learning, and embrace compassion. Why are they important?
You said before, when we talked about my parents, about to stay resilient, I say that my father is a huge example of resilience. No matter it was wind, rain, I don't know, no matter what the weather, he always go to his work. He said, I need to feed my family and I will do everything. He was very intelligent person, but situation, maybe political situation, financial situation in our country was challenging. That's why he had to do maybe some job that he really didn't like that time. But he stayed resilient. He said, I had to do this. That's why then I had some challenges. Of course, you can imagine that to do all this scientific work, to stay against everyone, because in my country, how to, you know, I have a great country with a great people, but as you know, this is like something new, you always meet with some confrontation or some odds, something like this. That's why it's my advice to stay resilient no matter where you are. Yes, it's hard, of course. No one said that it will be easy.
Easy, yeah.
It's not easy, but resilience, this is what helps. This is a key that help us to bounce back from setbacks, maybe, and to meet adversity face to face. That's why, for me, this is a key or main principle that I use in my life for all my life journey. Stay resilient. That's why I'm here.
For sure. And keep learning for sure because of the education, right?
Yes. It means that in our changing world, in our rapidly changing world, there is knowledge evolves constantly, and we always have to learn something new.
Yes.
For example, as you know, AI, it's artificial intelligence is widespread now, and I use it. And I also use it for me. I studied about half a year, like data analysis and machine learning. It was very hard to me because it's not medical terminology. This is not medical stuff. This is all about math, physics. But I like it, you know. And I said now I understand maybe young generation about what they are talking, and I know maybe some new app we can develop them. Because I understand, I know about what are IT specialists talking.
Right.
That's why I want to inspire and encourage everyone that please keep learning. This will help you move forward, and you will be always on the front.
Yes. Exactly. Always on the leading edge, right? If you continue to, it's almost like exercising your brain. Right?
Yes.
In order to keep learning.
It's like prevention of Alzheimer, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And what about compassion? I mean, you strike me, Parvina, as someone who is very compassionate about the people that you talk very fondly about your family, about your country, about your friends. So you seem to me that you're a very compassionate individual, and probably that's why it's lent yourself into the type of work that you do.
You know, that my example of compassion, of course, is my mom. As I said, my father is resilience, my mom is kindness and this compassion. She, you know, but we have cats. We are cat and pet lovers. Of course, I'm helping in dog shelter. There we have a cat. And then I look to my mom, who can spend all her savings to cats. Of course, I see that this is compassion. Compassion is the heart of a meaningful relationship. If you haven't compassion, it means that maybe you haven't core in your relationship. That's why this compassion is the bond that shows that we are all together in one place, and we are on the earth. You're human, I'm human being, and everyone not depends in Africa, Canada, and as I said on a conference, that we are all humans. Please stop this.
Be kind. Be kind to one another, right? Because you're right. We're all looking for the same things, right? We all want happiness in life. We all want to live a healthy lifestyle. So it doesn't matter where we live. We're all looking for the same outcomes, right? We're all trying to accomplish the same things.
Yes, absolutely agree, Trish.
Now, is there something that you can share with our viewing and listening audience that you are going to change or challenge or do something a little bit different in the future? Do you have any future studies that you can share with our audience, or is there? I mean, I know that you're hoping to come to Canada towards the end of this year, but somebody with as many degrees as you have and your passion for learning, you must have something in the sidelines there that you're working on.
I have different plans, but till now I'm not choose the exact one. Why? Because I'm waiting for visa for some country, but not Canada. Not Canada, yeah. And if it happens, I hope that will happen. I have some plans, and one of them is to study genomics and genetics. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
This is the
very
future.
interesting.
This is the future.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm very interested in the how changing of genes can influence or how it can impact on humans, medicine, absorption, like pharmacokinetics. We named it pharmacokinetics. How different kinds of medicine can work in some different bodies.
Sure.
But in genetics can show this. Some people, that's why it's very interesting and it's very challenging. Of course, it has many ethical issues. Who knows, maybe we can help some people with genetic diseases which have no treatment till now.
Sure.
But this is future in genetics.
Wow. Well, that sounds very exciting. You know, we're going to have to stay connected with you, Parvina, so that we can keep track from the sidelines. We can cheer you on from the sidelines as you try to continue to break barriers in medical research. So
my pleasure. My pleasure.
I want to thank you very much for spending some time with me today. I know that, you know, we've had challenges with time zones, and I'm very appreciative that English is not your first language. So thank you very much for spending some time and sharing some of these really interesting thoughts with our viewing and listening audience. It's been really wonderful spending some time with you.
Thank you very much. And I want to say, I want to show my great attitude for you, Trish.
Thank you.
Really, you are inspiring me that I can show my feelings, I can show myself. Yes, I'm extrovert, but I also can be terrified.
Yeah, absolutely.
In front of camera and everything.
Well, you did a great job, and we really appreciate the time that you spent with us. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
To you, our viewing and listening audience, I'd like to thank you for joining us for this edition of Keeping It Real, introducing you to the person behind the logo. If you'd like to connect with our guest, you're going to find Parvina's contact information in the description portion below. I'm Trish Tonai, author, artist, and the founder and host for the series. And we invite you to share your business story. Just visit our website at shareyourstories.online and subscribe to our channel, Business Mentorship, Keeping It Real. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to meeting you next time when we share another great idea.